Welcome, everyone. I'm Andrea Ramirez, Senior Associate Editor at JPAH, and this is the inaugural JPAH Breakout session. The purpose of these sessions is to provide you with the information you need to successfully write up your research findings, submit your paper, navigate and master the editing and peer review process. Our fantastic team of associate editors is here to handle any inquiries you may have, and we look forward to receiving your questions. Our first one comes from one of our junior colleagues in Colombia, South America.
Hi, I'm Juliana Mejia Grueso. I'm a master's student in epidemiology at Universidad de los Andes in Colombia, and a research assistant at the Global Observatory for Physical Activity, JPAH. As a young researcher and as someone who is new to navigating this process of manuscript submission, but also as someone who would like to contribute to your journal in the future, my question is, how can I better understand the process that determines whether a paper is suited for JPAH, and what are JPAH's current editorial priorities?
We will have Pedro Alal, our editor-in-chief, to answer this great question. Thanks, Juliana.
So the Journal of Physical Activity and Health publishes papers pretty much in 5 main areas: surveillance, correlates and determinants, health consequences, interventions, and policies, all related to physical activity. In the surveillance area, we are interested in accelerometer studies, we are interested in time trend studies, we are also interested in studies on all the domains of physical activity, not only leisure time. In terms of correlates and determinants, we are interested particularly in prospective studies, longitudinal designs, in which we can understand the causes of activity behaviors, which is pretty much the same thing for the third, which is the health consequences field. So we prefer longitudinal designs, prospective studies on the health consequences of physical activity, and it doesn't need to be blood pressure and glucose levels only. We can do mental health, kidney function, and all sorts, cognition, all sorts of outcomes are of interest. Then we publish on interventions, particularly community interventions, and not, like those small exercise science studies, which are relevant, but probably more suited to other journals. And we do publish good policy studies on physical activity, on the policy, on the global policies and local and national policies on physical activity and health. Just 2 more tips to help you get your question answered. First, we do publish review studies, but we are more likely to publish if it is a systematic review using meta-analysis or answering specific research questions. We are not that interested in, the type of literature reviews we need to do for our theses or dissertations, but they don't need to be a paper. And then the main reasons for rejection, and I want to stress those, sometimes the sample size is too small, sometimes the research design is not appropriate for the research question, and the main thing I see is that research questions that would require a prospective design being answered through a cross-sectional design. And in that case, we tend to reject those papers. Hope this helps, Juliana.